Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at our picks for the 10 weirdest unlockables in Tekken. The Tekken series dabbles in the bizarre every now and again, but when we nabbed these unlockables, well, these were beyond absurd even for our favorite fighting game franchise. Which unlockable did you find to be the oddest? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Gone.
Round 2, fight!
On the surface, a cartoon dinosaur seemed like a real WTF moment when we played Tekken 3 back in the day. For those unfamiliar, Gon was a character from a manga series that ran from 1991 to 2002, and he was the biggest cheater in Tekken 3. Thanks to his short stature, most attacks from opponents would never connect, allowing him to quickly close gaps and become an annoying poker. Hey, at least you have an easier way of beating the game on harder difficulties. The AI never knew how to properly deal with him. Rainbow hair! Tekken 7 has a handful of strange cosmetics to unlock through currency and treasure battles. In treasure battles, you'll occasionally encounter opponents sporting the mystical, ever-changing rainbow hair. This hairstyle changes colors throughout the fight in real time, and to be honest, it's kind of distracting. It's like we had some kind of psychedelic slipped into our system. But the real problem with this unlockable? Not every character can rock the look. Most of the female cast can, but when more than half the roster looks odd sporting it, we can't help but think there could have been something better here. Elisa. If you missed this free-to-play spin-off, Tekken Revolution was supposed to be a means to bring arcade-style fighting to Tekken through home consoles, specifically the PlayStation 3. The game was never released for Xbox 360 for some reason. This game would be the debut for Elisa. Why is she a weird unlockable? Well, vampires haven't exactly been a thing in Tekken. Well, neither were demons, robots, cyborgs, ghosts, ancient beings, and dinosaurs with boxing gloves until the second game and all the sequels thereafter. So, okay, point taken. Point taken. Never mind. We'll move on.
Round 2.
Combat. Imagine this. For whatever reason, you thought to yourself, today's the day I'm going to beat Tekken 4 story mode 9 times. You unlock several characters and fill out half the roster in, say, half a day or less, and on the 9th run, you get Combat. Yes, beat the story mode 9 times to unlock the Token Mokujin in the weakest entry in the franchise. All of that effort gone to waste just for Combat. Combat! A character who randomizes his moveset every round and looks like a dopey action figure. They just couldn't bring back the sentient tree, could they?
Fight!
Jenga hat. If you thought the rainbow hair was a bit off, well, you haven't seen the best headpiece yet. One of the best unlockable hats you can get is a tower of Jenga blocks. Of course, it isn't called that for obvious reasons, but there's no mistaking it, that's a tower of Jenga blocks. But the hat gets better. The more hits you take in a match, the more blocks fall off and scatter across the ground. Can you keep a perfect tower intact, or will you be left in pieces? Starblade. Once upon a time, Namco used to throw in classic games like Galaga in every Tekken game. For Tekken 5, they packaged in Starblade, a 3D on-rail shooter that launched in arcades all the way back in 1991. and you can play it when booting up Tekken 5. It's a strange game to include when there are so many other classic Namco titles lost to time. Dig Dug 2, Galaxian, Mappy? Yeah, Mappy. Anyways, if you want to play Starblade for yourself at your own leisure, simply beat story mode with every character. It's that simple. And certainly not grueling in just how meaty of a task it is. There's a lot of characters in Tekken 5. You're going to be there for a while.
This is Team Leader. We accomplished the mission and return to base now. Nice work, gentlemen. Over.
Punch-Out mode. Want a game mode that can make you nauseous? Tekken 2 has a secret first-person mode that you can access at any given time. Start a run in one-player mode, and hold L1 and L2 as you choose your fighter. A successful attempt will turn the game into a sort of Punch-Out mode where your character will be a green wireframe, and your opponent is creepily staring you down in their garishly polygonal way. Try not to get disoriented or traumatized. The masks. This is the last time we're railing on Tekken 7, okay? This is the last time we're gonna rail on the customization options, promise, but we have to talk about some of the head masks. There are a few we'd put on for giggles, like the Heihachi dummy head, but then you have stuff like the realistic deer heads. There's just something super uncanny about seeing a deer head on Asuka or Jin Kazama. We suppose it works if you're trying to creep people out online or give streamers a good laugh, but man, this is more unsettling than it is funny. Roger and Alex.
Round 2. Fight!
The first Tekken's weirdest unlockable character was Kuma, you know, the bear. Tekken 2, on the other hand, somehow outdid its predecessor in absurdity. As if throwing in a boxing kangaroo wasn't odd enough for you, well, how about a boxing velociraptor? Look, Alex and Roger have solidified their own places in the world of Tekken, but you have to admit that at the time, many of us were wondering what the hell was happening. We were all for it, but still, what the hell's happening? Tekken Bowl. Tekken Bowl is the weirdest unlockable in the entire franchise, but it is also the best. Whether you're playing the original iteration in Tekken Tag Tournament, the one in Dark Resurrection, or the recent version in Tekken 7, there's something wildly entertaining in seeing these brawlers blazing down the bowling lanes. And to make it even more amusing is how characters actually have different stats that will affect their aim and power gauges. If you have not tried out Tekken Bowl for yourself, you have not experienced paradise, my friend.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.